An isosceles right angle triangle has area of 8 centimeters square. The length of its hypotenuse is it is given to you that I had an isosceles right angle triangle. Let's see this. If this is isosceles right angle, then if it is A, then this must be A, and this is the hypotenuse. I know half into base into height will be what? Area, which is 8. 1 by 2 into A square will be what? 8. A square will be what? 8 into 2. A will be what? Square root of 16, which is 4. This is 4, this is 4. Your hypotenuse will be what? Find out. 16 plus 16, 32. It will be what? It's 4 root centimeter. Simple. Let me tell you, it was given to you that the right angle triangle was isosceles. It was isosceles, then its two arms must be equal, sharing that right angle. Why is that? A hypotenuse and any other side cannot be equal. So if you say I am going to consider this and this to be equal, that is wrong. Since hypotenuse is the longest side of a right angle triangle, that cannot happen here. I have to only take those two arms which are sharing that common vertex, your right angle. That means if I name this to be ABC, AB and BC will be equal and hypotenuse will be totally different. Always remember there cannot be an equilateral right angle triangle. Know this. Why is that? Because each angle of equilateral triangle is 60. There is no right angle there. You cannot form any right equilateral triangle. Always remember isosceles right angle triangle can be there, but there cannot be an equilateral right angle triangle. Reason being each angle of equilateral triangle is I knew if this was a right angle triangle, then half into base into height will be what? Area. I knew this, its area was what? It was 8 centimeter. Half into A is 8. Half A square is what? 8. A square is what? That means 16. A will be what? Square root of 16. That is 4. Now I knew my hypotenuse can be found out with this way. Perpendicular square plus base square. By rooting them, I knew if each side was 4, I could have simply written it to be 4 root. Why is that? Let's see. I tell you a trick. It was 4 square plus 4 square square root. Right? Can I write 4 square to be this? 4 square into 1 square and 4 square into 1 square. Taking 4 square common out of square root, you get a square root 4 square and you get a 1 square plus 1 square. Cancel out, you will get a 4 and this will be simple. If the values are same in square root and you are adding two values, just do this. Take that root out. That means root will be 4 and the remaining values will add 1 and 2. You will be getting 4 root. In case if they had any third value here, then let's say 4 square was 1 more, then 4 would have been common and its answer would have been 3. It does not matter how many values are there. Once you can take anything common out of those values, remember this, anything that can be taken common in square root has to have it, has to be in its root. If I take a 4 square common, it will give me 4. If I had taken only 4 common, it would have given me a square root 4, which was 2. Remember this, if you are taking something common from a square root, always remember you have to take a square common. Right? Now, next case, the area of quadrilateral ABCD in the given figure is what? Now you see, this is right angle triangle. This is 17, this is 15. I have to find its base. Only then can I find its area. In triangle ABC, actually the quadrilateral ABCD is in two parts, first and second. I know my second part has all its dimensions there, 9, 12, and 15. What I have to do is I have to find its base. And also the second triangle is what? It is also right angle triangle. So in triangle ABC, BC square is what? 17 square minus 15 square. 17 is what? 29. 15 square is 225. Solving this, I get what? A 4 and a 6. Square root of 64 is what? 8. So I got this side 8. Now its area is what? Half into 8 into 5, which is what? 20. And here, in this case, area is again half into 12 into 9. 54 plus 20. What? Sorry, it is 50. Plus 54 is your 114. Right? Your height was 50. I had taken it to be 5. It was 50. So solving this, you got a 60 and you got a 54 here. 60 plus 54 was what? 1 centimeter square. Right? The next. An isosceles triangle has a parameter 30 centimeter and its each side is 12. Its parameter is 30 and its each side is 12. Find its area. We have already done the sum. I guess it is exactly the same. Parameter is what? 30 and its equal sides are what? 12 and 12. So you got this 6. I have to find its area. So 6 by 4 square root 4 into 144 minus 36. 144 was what? It was 576 minus 36 by 2. I knew this. 3 by 2 into 9 into 2 square root. Right? I had this. Actually, I had a 3. So solving this, square root of 15 is what? 3.88 multiplied by 9. See, this is the exact sum that we have done earlier. I know now this, that the value of square root 15 is 3.88. Now I'm just going to multiply it. 3 8s are 72. Sorry, 9 8s are 72. 9 8s are 72. 72 plus 8. Sorry, 72 plus 7. You get what? A 79. 7 carry. 27 plus 7, it is what? 34.9, 34.97 centimeter square. That is the area of your your isosceles triangle. It was given to you that I had an isosceles triangle whose parameter was 30. Right? Its parameter is 30 and its equal sides are 12 centimeter each. That means 12, 12, and your remaining one is 6. I have to find its area. Now I have to find its area. How can I do it? I know area of isosceles triangle is b by 4 square root 4a square minus b square. Since I had already done this sum in my MCQs, I just put my every value. I got this and my answer. Then I got my root 15. I had to put what? I had to put 3.88 there. In 3.88 multiplying with 9, I got my value. Right? Now next sum. See, I have the parameter of a rhombus is 40 centimeter. I've been given the parameter of rhombus, it is 40, and one of its diagonal is 16. Find the area of rhombus. Let me just draw a rhombus here. This is my rhombus, and its diagonal is 16. Its parameter is what? Parameter is 40. I know rhombus shares each side with each other. That means its each side is equal. That means 4 into side is what? 40. Side will be what? By 4. That means will be 10. Right? I have my 10. This is 10. This is 10. I have both of my sides. Now I know there are two triangles A, B, and D. So in triangle ABC, area will be what? I can use this by 4 square root 4a square minus, right? Twice this will be giving me what? It will be giving me area of rhombus, right? Who are isosceles triangles here? If I find the area of first one and multiply it with 2, I will be getting my area of the whole complete rhombus, right? So if this was the case, I know this now. Let me just erase this. I have to do what? I have to apply area of isosceles triangle and I have to double that, right? On doubling that, I will be getting my answer. So yeah, area of rhombus equals to 2 into b by 4 square root 4a square minus b. That means b by 2 square root. A is what? 10 4 into 100 minus b is what? 16. 16 is what? 6. Right? B is what? 16. So that means I have this uh, 16 by 2 square root 400 minus 2. 6. Solve this. You get a 4. You get a 4. You get a 1. Square root of 144. 8. That means 8 into 12. You get what? 696. Right? So the area of rhombus was what? It was 96 centimeter square. See, you could have done it using your Herons formula also. That was your choice. You could have used Herons formula, but I knew rhombus, the diagonals of rhombus bisect each other, but I had been given only one diagonal. So that means I will be having two isosceles triangles here. First one is this and another one is this. Now see, there is another case. Let's say you had been given this and you had been given a side and you had been given this diagonal. You would have done it by this way. This is your hypotenuse, this is your perpendicular, and this is the base. Find this, double that, double this, multiply both of them, half them, getting your area like that also. Does not matter. I was given simply this. I knew I had sides here and a base here. It was an isosceles triangle. So I can simply use the area of isosceles triangle and find its value. So always remember you have to look for the easiest way. I knew rhombus is bisected into two isosceles triangles on single diagonal. Right? Now next case. Two parallel sides of a trapezium are 60 and 77 centimeter. Their other sides are 25 centimeter and 26 centimeter. I have a trapezium. Yes, its parallel sides are 60 and 77 and its non-parallel are 25 and 26. I have to find its area. I had told you if there is a trapezium and there is no height given, just pick off any non-parallel side. I picked this one. Draw a parallel side to the other one. Drew a parallel side. That means I have this now. It is 26 and A, B, C, D. I did what I did. E parallel to AD. I draw this. Like I drew this. On drawing this, I got this. AECD was a parallelogram because of one. Like if that was the case, then I can say this. CD must be equal to AE. Length of AE is now what? 77 minus 60. Get what? 17. So this is what? A 17. Sorry. AE will be 60, not AE will be 70. It will be 60. It will be 60. And EB will be what? EB will be 77 minus 60. Is 60 here. You will be getting a 17. So this is 17. This is 60, right? Now I have this figure. I have to find its area. Then I have to put it against its half into base into height. I have to find its height. Then I will be finding the area of trapezium, right? So now I know in triangle EBC, S is what? S is 26 plus 25 plus 17 divided by, let's say it is 25 and 25. It is 50. 50 plus 18. It will be 68 by 2, right? You can just simply add them or you can do whatever you want. That is totally your choice. 34. I got my S, which was 34 now. Erase everything. So I have my S, which was 34. So its area will be what? 34. 34 minus 26. 34 minus 25. 34 minus 7. Like 34 can be written like this. 2 into 17. 34 minus 26 is what? And 8. That means 2 into 2 into 2. 34 minus 25 is what? 9. That means 3 into 3. And 34 minus 17 is what? It is not only, it is just 17, right? So a 2, another 2. That means I got my 4 out. 17 and 17. That means I got my 17 out. and 3 into 3, I got my 3 out. That means I get this 51 into 4, I got the 4 centimeter. Understood? See, I knew 34 was my S minus 26 will give me an 8, which was 2 into 2 into 34 minus 5 will give me a 9, which was 3 into 3, and 34 minus 17 will give me a 17. I could have written 34 to be 2 into 17, right? I had a pair of 2, I got my 2 out. I got another pair of 2, so I got another 2 out. That means I got my 4 out. I had a pair of 3, I got 3 out. I had a pair of 17, I got my 17. Right? I had to multiply it. 17 threes are 51. 51 into 4 is 204. I got my area. Now I know this. The area is same as if I multiply half into base into. Right? Right? That is the case. Let's see. 204 was same as half into E into C. Sorry, CM. Sorry, CM. I have to find its height, right? 204 equals to half into half into 17 into height. Right? So that means my height will be what now? It will be 204 into 2 by 7. Right? I knew 17 12s are 204. Right? So it will be 12. Height will be what? 24. Now I have my height. I have to find its area. Area of trapezium is what? It is half into 1 plus feet multiply its height. Half here. 1 is what? Was 77 and height was 12. 6. 60 plus 77, you get 137. 6, 42, 18 and 4, 22, 6 and 2. Okay, so your area is what? The area is 8, 22. It was given to you that I had the trapezium ABCD and its two parallel sides were what? 60 and 77. Right? And its non-parallel sides were 26 and 25 respectively, or you can say 25 and 26 respectively. So to your choice, you can measure any of those to be either 25 or 26. Now know this, whenever there is a trapezium and there is no height given to you, what you have to do is you just have to check, you just have to pick any non-parallel side, any vertex of any non-parallel side, draw a parallel side to the other non-parallel side. I picked my C vertex, I chose this one, I drew a parallel side, parallel to what? Parallel to AD. If I had drawn this, I got my CE was 26 now, my CB was 25, and my EB, that will be what? Since CE was parallel to AD, so AECD will be a parallelogram. If that was a parallelogram, then opposite sides must be equal in parallel. CD was opposite to AE, so it must be equal to AE, and it must be parallel to AE also. So if CD was 60, then AE became also 60. Entire AB was 77. Out of that, AE was 60. EB was what? It was just 17. Now I knew if I just find out the area of my triangle ECD, if I do this, if I use my Herons formula and find out its area, what I will be getting is I will be getting the area. Then I can put that area against its half into base into height. Same formula for a right angle triangle. I will be getting my height. And my main motive was to get the height. See, the area of trapezium is what? It is half into P1 plus P2 multiplied their common height. Once I had got my height, I would have put in my formula here. I would have got my answer, which would have been 822 centimeter. Right? It is a bit lengthy one, but it is one of the important questions that can be asked on the base of Heron's formula. Remember this, have to keep in mind when there is a trapezium and there is no height given. First step would be pick any vertex of a non-parallel side, draw a parallel side to the another non-parallel side. You got now two figures. First one is your parallelogram, another one is your triangle. That triangle can be an isosceles, can be an equilateral, or can be a scalene also. Once you've got that, you know a triangle has two formulas. In first is the right angle triangle formula. You have to find its area using half into base, right? And the another one is the Herons formula. Either you can use Herons or that. Your answer will be same. So firstly use Herons, get your area, then put it against half into base into height. Get the height from there, put that height in your area of trapezium, then you will be getting your answer like we have got here. Understand? Let's start with the next example. A triangular park ABC has sides 120 meter and 50 meter. It is a gardener this has to put a fence all around it and also plant grass inside it. He wants to put fence and grow grass in this. How much area does she need to plant? Find the cost of fencing the barbed wire at 20 per meter, leaving a space of 3 meter. It is simple. For fencing, you just have to check for its boundaries. So, well, boundary is what? It is 50 plus 80 plus 120 minus 120 is the entire length. Out of this, I don't need this. I have to leave a space of 8. So it will be 200 plus 250 minus 3. It will be what? 47. Cost of per meter. Cost is 20. The cost of 247 meter. It will be 247 into 20. So here 14, 8 and 1 9. Your cost is for 9. Right? So you did your last part now. Now you have to find its area. For this, you guys know it is not an isosceles triangle, neither it is an equilateral triangle, nor it is your right angle triangle. What we are going to do is we are just going to figure this out. Let's just take if it is no, it will not be a right angle triangle. So what we are going to do is we are going to use our Herons formula, right? I know A is 50, B is 80, and C is 120. See, if I consider this entire length, it is 120. It does not matter. I'm not counting its edges. I'm not using its walls. I'm just using its area. So that means its entire length will be. That's why I chose 120. I did not use 117. I would have used 117 if I was to use on its boundary. If I was considering the case of fencing, then fences would have been put up at the edges of the boundaries, but I did not need boundaries. I need this entire area. For this, I will be using this side, and 380 and 120. So I know S is what? 3 plus 80 plus 120. It is what? 200 plus 50. 250 divided by 2. I get what? 125 meters. Okay. I got my S, which was 125. Now, area is what? It is square root 125. 125 minus 15. 1, 125, which is 125 minus 80 and 125 minus 120. Right? I got this. 125 can be written like this 5 into 5 into 5. Right? 125 minus 15 will be what? It will be 75. Can I write it like this? 5 into 5 into, right? 125 minus 80 will be what? 45. Can I write it like this? 3 into 3 into 5. And this will be what? 5 only. Now, I have a pair of 5. I have another pair of 5. I have another pair of 5 and a 5 common. And I have a pair of 3 as well. That means 5 into 5 into 5 into 3, 15. All this, whatever you get, 125 into 3 will be what? 125, 15, and 7, 375 root meter square. The answer. It was given to you that this entire figure had to be planted with grass. In order to plant the grass, I had to use each and every boundary. I had to figure out what will be its total area. So using that, I chose my sides which were 50, 80 and entire 120. I did not use my 3 centimeter gap here because if it was the case of fencing, then I would have used my 3 meter, but it wasn't the case of fencing, so I did not have to use my 3 meter then. In that, I just got my area here. Now next case. Students of the school staged a rally for cleanliness campaign. They walked through lines in two groups. One group walked through lanes A, B, B, C, and C, A, B, B, C, A. Another group walked through A, C, A, C, D, and D. I have to find their areas who covered the more area. Now you guys see, this is a right angle triangle. Its area is simple, half into base into, right? It will be what? 180 meters. But I have to find its area also, and for this I need my hypotenuse. In triangle AB, AC square is what? AB square plus square. So that means 9 square plus 40 square. That means 1 plus 100. 0.681. Right? It's value should be what? 9 and let's just find it out. I guess it's 1681. 4 4s are 16. I got my 81 down. 4 2s are 8. 8 1s are 81. So you got 81 here. Sorry, 41. Square root of 1681, you get AC. AC is what? It is 41 now, right? So area of this figure was 180. I have to solve this. It is 41 now. S will be what? 28 plus 15 plus 41. 28 plus 15 is what? 43 plus 41. It is what? 84. 84 by 2. It is what? 42. Now I have my sides. 42. 42 minus 28. 42 minus 15. And 42 minus 41. Solve this. Can you write 42 to be 7 into 6, right? That means 2 into 3 into 7. 42 minus 28 is 14, so that means 7 into 2. 42 minus 15 is what? It is a 27, so that means 3 into 3 into 3. And this will be what? A pair of 3 complete, a pair of 3 complete, a pair of 2 complete, a pair of 7 complete. So I got everything out. 7 into 3 into 3 into. Its area is what? 21, 21 into 6. 6, 128, right? So 126 it will be. It will be 21 into 6, that is 126. Yes, right? 1, 3, 2, 3, 1, 2, and 1, 7. 21, 21 into 3 is your 63, 63 into 2 is. That's right. So it is 126. Now you guys know the first group covered the more distance and how much? Let's see. 180 minus 126, you got a 4 and you got a 5. So it covered 54 meter square more than that one. Easy, right? Now next case. I find the area of triangles, two sides of which are this and the parameter is that. Now you have your parameter 32. 32 minus 8 minus 11. You got a third side. It is what? 32 minus 8 is 24 minus 11. It is what? 13. S is 32. 32 divided by 2. It is what? 16. Area will be what? 16. 16 minus 8. 16 minus 11. 16 minus 13. Solve this. 4 into 8 into 5 into 3. This will give you what? 4 will be out. Actually, you can do it like this, or you can just simply 2 into 2, 2 into 2 into 2 into 5 into 3. How many 2s are there? 4. So you get what? 4 out, and you have this 15. So its area is 4 root 15 centimeters. But yeah, it is 4 root. Sorry. there will be 5 twos, not 4, it's 5. Why is that? Because we can write 8 to be 2 into 2, 5 twos and a 5 and a, out of 5, 4 got out. That means I got a 4 out, and I got a 2 into 5 into. That means 4 root 30 centimeters square. That is my answer for this question. Right? Easy. Now, next one is simple. Sides are given to you. You have to find its area and you have to find its altitude. This is the previous question. For this, you guys remember 54 was my altitude, right? Now I have to consider this base and I have to solve it. Do this on your own. It is pretty easy. In my previous question, actually we had this now 840 over 61 root 15, I guess. So now what we are going to do is 840 divided by 35. All this will be getting your height. Firstly, you will be using Heron's formula to calculate its area. Then put it equal to half into base into height, where base will be 35. So half into 35 into height. Do that. Whatever you get, that will be your height. Since we have already done this sum, I'm not going to do it again. They have this. The sides of a triangular plot are in ratio 3 is to 5 is to 7 and its parameter is 300. Find its area. That ratio x 3x plus 5x plus 7x 300. That means 10x is 300. X is what? 20. Sides are 60, 100, 140. Understood? I have to find s. S will be what? S is already given. It is 300. I have to find s. Parameter will be divided by 2. So that means 300 by 2. It is what? 150. Now area 150. 150 minus 60. 150 minus 100. 150. 140. All this. 150. 10. This will be 90. This will be 3. This will be what? 10. How many zeros are there? 1, 2. You got a 100 out. Right? Now 15. 3 into 5, 9, 3 into 3, 5, 5. Pair complete, 5 pair complete. So that means you got 1500 out and root 3. Answer. Right? Easy. You had been given the ratio of their sides. You had been given its parameter. So each side was 60, 100 and 140. Using their areas, I got my value which was root. If there is any calculation mistake, just let me know. I hope there is no calculation. Yeah, everything. Yeah, there will be a here because it is 3 into 5. Its pair is complete. 5 pair is complete, so you will be getting a 3 and 5 out and a 100. 300 root 3, that is your answer. Now see, my next case. A triangle and a parallelogram have the same base and same area. If the side of the triangles are this, find the length of the find the height of the parallelogram. It is the same question that we did yesterday. You have to do this s minus a, s minus b, s minus c. It was given to you that the area of triangle is same as area of parallelogram. So that means it must be equal to base into height. Now base was 28, so put it equal to 28 into h. Find the value of h, the height. Now next case. A kite is in the shape of a square with diagonal 32 and an isosceles triangle of base 8 centimeter. See, it is in the shape of a square with diagonal 32. This is 32, then this must also be 32 because diagonals of squares are equal. So area of square can be this half into square. Half into 32, 32. So you get what? 1024 by 2, 51. The area of this figure, this entire figure is what? 512 centimeter square. I told you square shares the same area as the rhombus. Just a bit difference. Rhombus has different diagonals. Square has similar diagonals. I knew if its one diagonal was 32, then its other will also be 32. Its area will be half into 22. That means half into 32 into 32. All this, you will be getting your area of the top figure. And the base was an isosceles triangle of equal side 8 and 6. Actually, base was 8 and its equal sides were 6. So its area will be what? 6 by 4? Sorry, no, 8 by 4. But it was telling you that its equal sides were 6 and base was. That means 8 by 4 square root 4 into 36 minus 64. That means 2 into. You will be getting a 144 here minus 64. Get what? 80, right? Square root of 80 into 2. Now you know you can write 80 to be 16 into 5. 16 is what? A 4. So 2 into 4 root 5. You get 8 root 5. So entire area is what? 512 plus 8 5. So now you have to find area of each area of the paper of each color. Now know this. 512 was the total area. So that means its half will be what? 512 divided by 2. So 4. So that will be 256. This one is 56. This one is 56 and this is what? 5. So just area of blue color paper is 256 plus 8 is 5. And area of transparent or white color paper is 6 only. Right? You can use that also. I knew this. The area of square is also same as the area of rhombus. Rhombus has an area of half into d1 d2. Since its diagonals were different, so its area was different. But in case of square, its diagonals are similar, so its area is also similar. That means half into d1 square. If d1 was 32, its area will be 32 into 32 divided by 2. You will be getting a 512. 512 was the entire area, but it was divided into two equal triangles. So that means blue color triangle will be having an area of 256. White color will be having an area of 256. And the base was also an isosceles triangle. If that was an isosceles triangle, so its area will be d by 4 root 4a square minus. All that you will be getting your answer. Right? Now know this. The next is a floral design on a floor is made up of 16 tiles which are triangular. Each tile is triangular. The triangular being itna, find the cost of polishing the tiles at this much rate. Now see, if I pick this triangle here, it is like this. Now calculate how many triangles are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. 8 are there, 8 into 2. That means 6. Find the area of one triangle. That means area of one triangle multiplied with 16. We're getting the area of entire figure. Right? Now I know this. If each tile is of two triangles, that means actually the triangle tiles were 6. So S is what? It is 9 plus 28 plus 5. This will be 44. 44 plus 28. It will be 72 by 2 will give you 36. Like area will be what? Area is 36. 36 minus 9. 36 minus 28. 36 minus 35. Now square root of 36 is 6. I got that out. 36 minus 9 is 25. I got a 5 out. 36 minus 28. It is 8. I got 8 2 out and a 2 there. And this is 1. So your area is what? 30 into 2. 60 square root 2. Now I knew I had 16 tiles. So total area will be what? 16 into 60. That means so here 960 square root 2. That is the total area. Its cost was 3 per centimeter square. So that means I have to multiply it with 50 divided with 100. Solve this. We'll be getting a cost which is 30 and 45 and plus 3. So 48 root 2 3. That will be its total cost. Multiply. You can find out its cost by multiplying the area with its per centimeter square cost. Right? That is the case of this. With now, this video ends here. I hope you guys have enjoyed this quick video in which we have done a lot of sums. Practice this chapter on your own. If you have any queries, you can always ask me. But for now, I am ending this video here. I hope you guys have enjoyed this. So I will be back with another video based on your class on your chapter 9, which is area related to parallelograms and triangles. That is also an interesting chapter. So I'm going to be back with this chapter.